What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of Star Technology. Last episode, we set up the plat line that's been running for just a little bit. I was looking around and trying to decide what I wanted to do next, and we are going to start working on some prep to get fully into the EV age. So we need to start, along with the titanium and the platinum, we need a couple of more resources set up to kind of move into the next age. I did set up a little connection point over here. I didn't really like this one all this much. I don't really like where the drive is at, and then having to move the drawer controller. So I think this is going to work out better. I did set this drawer controller right pretty much in the middle. That way it'll cover everything. And also the ME controller will cover all that. So I thought I was going to be working over there, but we need a couple of more things before we get started into that. What I'm going to work on right immediately is getting a distillation tower set up, because we need some more of these. First off, nitrogen. We are running out. Our nitrogen is not doing very good. I don't know all of the ways that we're bringing that nitrogen in, but I'll tell you this right now, it's not enough. So the distillation tower, we're going to put down, and we're going to use this liquid air, and we're going to need 5 outputs. And how much? 35 buckets is our biggest one there. So if we take a look at output hatches, LV is not going to work, so it's going to have to be HV. So we'll grab some of those. I had crafted up a bunch of these. And we also need an output bus. A ULV would be fine. We're going to need HV energy hatches. A maintenance hatch. And the distillation tower. Doesn't get anything on the inside. So let's see. How did I set this up over here? Those are on the bottom. On the left. Not quite. Right there. Maintenance hatch can go there. Doesn't matter. Output hatch. We'll put on the back. These output hatches here are just going to be fluids. And then I'm going to need an input hatch. And I'm going to put that on... Does it need to go on the bottom? It takes 50 buckets, so we are going to need a big input hatch. I think I'm going to need to put that right there. And then to get liquid air, we're going to need a vacuum freezer. I need some more pumps. Let's just grab a bunch of those. Vacuum freezer. Frost-proof casing. To get the liquid air, that's going to be air, and it's 4. So if we do hatches, if we do ULV input hatches, that would be enough. Like so. And then HV energy hatches, a maintenance hatch, and that should be everything. And then the liquid air we're going to get from a gas collector. Like so. I didn't realize I had extra fluid filters. So the vacuum freezer, for the vacuum freezer, the face is on that side. So We do a 1 block gap, it'll go there. And then over here, the gas collector, I'll probably put like that. Input hatch, and it needs to be an output hatch. I can flip that like this, right? Screwdriver. Output hatch will go there. Maintenance. What is wrong? Output, input, output. Oh, I think it's hollow. Yeah, there we go. Okay. The gas collector just gets power. Well, that's going to go there. The distillation tower. I just need some of these guys. Clean stainless. I've got a couple. Let's try this. And this is hollow, right? Yes. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 4. That should form. Excellent. And now, all I gotta do is hook this up. That's our input. This is our output, so I want to move this, actually. Let's do output hatch there. A tank. Unless I have a fluid pipe. No. I could put a fluid pipe there. Yeah, that'll be fine. You're an input bus, so all these things just need power. We'll do output bus, output hatch. Do I have any more aluminum? I don't. We need an HV16 amp converter. And this can go here. Not a plug, but a point. I ran out of points. We'll take a bunch of them. Ran out of redstone blocks, apparently. I haven't needed redstone blocks. So this guy should be running for air, and that's going to be on a 1. Which should cause this to kick on. which should cause this to kick on. Oh, it was too cold. Okay. Fluid pipe. Handle with care. Can handle cryogenics. Is 450 millibuckets good enough? Let's see. 4 seconds. I don't think it is. So let's grab a tank. A super tank. Let's get like 8 super tanks. Do I need to set this to anything? HV, Distillation Tower, liquid air. Oh, I think it just needs... Yeah, it's just not... It doesn't have enough yet. That's going to take 50 seconds. Okay. Looks like I just need more air to come in. No. It's plenty fast enough. The vacuum freezer is not fast enough. So I could put down another vacuum freezer. We do that. Let's see. This is going to run. It's going to pump out all of this stuff. Bam. Those go into the outputs. It's going to draw them in, but these are not large enough to accept another recipe. And what I want to do over here... Liquid air. Does this have any other uses? No. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should I just put them into the tanks? Into the super tanks? The crushed ice, I don't really need. I can put it into a compressor, but there's no real need. I don't think that I need ice for anything. Maybe in the future that'll be different. Let's do this. This guy'll sit and run. Lock void, why not? Then over here, I do have plenty of channels, so I can just put a storage bus on this. We'll put a drawer, oops, here. With a void upgrade on it, and we'll lock it and grab this controller. Link up. We'll partition these guys. Grab some wireless connectors. Those can go there. Why not? Hook that up and bring it over here. Like so. So now we can see argon and helium. Yep. Awesome. Okay, so we've got plenty of liquid air for right now. Now, if I put down 2 more HV energy hatches, will this run faster? Let's try it. That's probably more energy than I should be using. 16. We are... Yeah, I'm not going to do that because we're up to 100,000 versus our 140. So that's not good. I don't want to push our luck. So we'll let that sit and run. And the reason I did that was because... Neodymium. This guy, for it to cook it in an EBF, is 125 seconds. MV, we could turn it up to HV. But 62.5 seconds versus 93 seconds, so it's going to be pretty slow. Now, do I just want to continue adding to this tower? Or do I want to start a new tower? I think this tower is probably maxed out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 8 there. So we'll build a new EBF tower. And let's do that with... I wouldn't mind doing a quad EBF tower. Maybe, possibly. Problem is, I will just do a dual EBF tower like that. So we'll start a new EBF tower over here. So let's get 2 blast furnace. We need heat-proof casing. We need coils. Now, this does not need to be cooled. Vacuum. Okay. How many coils are in one? One setup like this? It's 16. It's 32. Okay, so let's see if we do... like that. Or do I want to move it over a little bit more? Move it over to like... Oh, I had a sneeze sneak up on me. Let's go here. Like this. Blast furnace, blast furnace. Let's get maintenance hatches times 2. Mufflers times 2. Maintenance hatch. Maintenance hatch. Muffler. Muffler. Oh, nope, those are not right. That is gonna be... I can put an output bus right here. Because it doesn't need to be cooled. Like that, and flip it side. That is just a 1 block gap. Yes, it is. Okay. Take that that way. That way. I want to run it on HV. So we'll put that in the bottom. We're going to need input bus times 2. Input hatch times 2, and then have the output bus already set up. I'm going to make sure that it's the same as the other tower over there. So input hatch, input bus, bus. So the rest of it is just heat-proof casing. Okay. And let's run a 16 amp HV converter, not coin, converter. Like so. Get that hooked up. Okay, so now I need a controller over here. This is going to need a P2P connection. So we'll do this guy. That's not going to be enough space. Hook that up. So this is going to need an interface and a storage bus, which I could put here. Base and storage bus. The other direction. Storage bus and an interface. That will go there. Grab some of these guys, and I need cable anchors. Let's go make some more cable anchors. Let's see. Any 1x wire? Gold? Gold get used. No. Aluminum? It's in a cutter. Copper. No. Come on. I'm gonna find something in here. Tin. Is that what come on, man. Steel? Steel and a cutter. Let's use that. Does red alloy work? No. We'll take this steel. I have a cutter down here. No. And no, I have one. We'll use this. I made up a bunch of cable anchors like forever ago, so it's not like a resource that I need an unlimited amount, so I'm not gonna set it up. I'll probably put a cutter down in the future someplace in like maybe the EV workshop. But this will be fine for now. Let's head back over here. And this needs power. I have that right up against there. That's actually not going to run up like that, so that's fine. The cables will run up over here. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, dense cables run up like this. Like so. Let's grab some more interfaces. 6 of them. 2 emitters. And 2 toggle buses. And I need cables. Cable anchors. Face, face, face. Toggle bus. Oh, the cable runs up through the middle on top. Like that. So the whole thing is like surrounded. Like that. And then toggle bus goes there and emitter goes there. Emitter. Toggle bus. This one's on the wrong block. That needs to go there. Yes. So neodymium, we have 512, 256. You're going to output a signal. And this is offline. Why? Oh, there we go, because I never connected it. All right, and this is getting the neodymium dust, and that's getting helium. This is getting helium. Helium. These need to be flipped with robot arms. Then change that to keep exact 1 import. Keep exact 1 import. Neodymium dust. Neodymium dust. And that is going to be on 2. And it works. And it works. Go into functional storage and grab a controller, or a drawer, I mean. We're going to have to lock it and link it. And it is hooked up. Fantastic. Neodymium dust. Let's see. Take some minutes. All right. Heat-proof casing. Bam, bam. All right. So we're starting a new EBF tower. Now I could scoot this up and put like another EBF tower behind this. I put a controller there. 1, 2, 3. I think this is going to be fine though. Let's see. Okay, neodymium goes there, and if I take it out and put it back in, it's back in there. Fantastic. Was that not a quest? Was neodymium not a quest? How do you say that? Neodymium. HSSE. It doesn't look like it's anywhere in here. Is it in here? Tungsten. Lead, pitchblende, uraninite, thorium. I guess not. Okay, so that's running. That's set up. Nope, I did not want to get rid of all of those. So to be able to make the electric motor, we need titanium rods, and this is what I was getting set up for, because the electric motor is needed to make pistons, needed to make robot arms, so aluminum cable will be something that we need. Is there a better assembler that's not like the ridiculous one? Circuit assembler component part. An assembler that can microcraft some incredibly complex components that are too detailed for a normal assembler. UEV. Nope, that's not it. Large assembly factory. That's IV. An IV needs tungsten steel. That's a bummer. Large scale assembler casing. Stellite and tungsten. Stellite 100. Stellite 100. It's probably what? The molten? Yeah, I need the molten. The ABS, and that's EV. So it's a good thing we've got argon. It's piling up. Got 12.5 buckets of argon. This guy's working all right. I could... I should... If I stop that, let's move these. Output bus, drawer, input, input hatch. Can't reach that from there, but I can reach it. I move that, move that, move this. Okay. Then that will go there. Output bus goes there. Why is this not formed? Oh, because I need to put the other casing on there. Okay, there we go. Turn you back on. I don't know if that void did anything. Hopefully not. But I can relink that. Let's get another storage bus. Kind of a squirrel moment there, but just so we can also see liquid air. And that should be on voiding, because that's going to fill up. We're making more liquid air than we are processing currently. But when we upgrade this, it'll be twice as fast. And then upgrading again. Okay. So let's grab a light. Did I light these up at all? No, probably should. Let's go there and there. Okay. All right, so we've got neodymium. A little bit slow, but it'll run passively for a while. With that set up and all of these set up, I think we are net gaining on helium too, so that's good. Nitrogen, we're doing well. We're doing well. Fantastic. We're overproducing on nitrogen. Means this guy, our nitric acid, is going to continue to run. Sheldonite, we're working through it. We've worked almost through our whole backlog. So EV parts. EV parts are, yes, EV parts. That's what we're working on now. So to be able to make some of the EV machines, let's say a titanium gear that takes 1 ingot. If I want to make that, Nichrome. Nichrome is something else that we need. That's a vacuum freezer, hot nichrome. Okay, so let's set that up. Nichrome, and that's a mixer, nickel and chromium. That's my chromium. I know that was something that we were struggling on before. Vanadium steel, no. Electrolyze ruby. Or and chromite. Or washing ruby. Ruby gets us a little bit of chromium. How's our ruby? Ruby's all right. Are we processing ruby? We are processing ruby. That is here. We're just not getting it quite fast enough. Oh, that's these guys. Oh, these are still running on LV, so I could upgrade these. Let's do that. That'll be a quick and easy upgrade. It's over here. And upgrade it to HV? Yeah, let's upgrade it to HV. And what that's all four of these. I'm gonna upgrade all four of these. No, just the two. Just the two LV ones. HV 16 amp converter. I know it's probably overkill to just throw 16 amp converters on everything, but oh well. Not super worried about it. Let's put that down. That down, and we need HV energy hatches. So, and like so. Hook that up. Flip clop. For 8 seconds. Or 15 seconds, so significantly faster. Okay, Ruby geode. If we are using this guy and we have it up at HV, it's a 60% chance. That's pretty good versus a 45. Everything except for quartzite is minimum 50, so that's pretty decent. Let's get these covered up. Make sure, yep, we're providing enough power. What does this have in it? Let's put another kit in there just to make sure this is covered. Did I... Oh, they're on the backside over here, right? Yeah. There we go. So we should be getting more ruby, and that's definitely going to help us with our chrome. The ruby geode, we're macerating that. And then that's going into the ore factory. These are at MV. If I upgraded them to HV... If I upgraded them to HV, it would be a little bit faster. But there's not that much of an increase on our chromium. Okay. So we should process chromium in another way. Using this chromite, we should electrolyze this. It would be nice to do it in an EV electrolyzer. Let's get a little manual workshop set up. So let's grab some of that titanium and throw that into a bender because we need titanium plates. Bender on 1. Okay, that's decently fast. And that should be, what's the EV superconductor? Enderium? Enderium's a vacuum freezer. That's an EBF. Diamond, lead, ender pearl. Well, there we go. I think we have our next thing that we need to set up. Let's see. Do I have a mixer over here? Canner. Take those out. No mixer. Let's see. Lead, diamond, ender pearl. Lead, diamond dust, ender pearl dust. Uh-oh. HV. Oh, it takes 30 seconds. Okay, so it's just a little bit slow. If I grab another ender pearl and another lead, or 2 lead, actually. And this gets cooked in an EBF with nitrogen. Ooh, nichrome, though. It's nichrome, and it needs to be EV. Okay. Nichrome, and it needs to be EV. So that's the main issue with the way that I have these set up, is if I want to scale it up, it's a little bit difficult. So I can move the maintenance hatch wherever I want. So I can put power on the outside. I could put another power on the outside. Okay, so this gets cooked and it needs nichrome coils. Okay, so we need nichrome, which is another mixer. It's nickel and chromium. Chromite, we're going to electrolyze. Can't remember which ones I have over here. And run out of easy spots. Do that. Pop that in there. Grab another one. Nichrome. To be fair, I probably could put these over here. I did add obsidian over here with this rock crusher. So I could add a couple of these mixer recipes that we still need while we're like prepping for EV. Don't want to do that though. Nichrome, I might. 25 seconds, 12 seconds. Yeah, let's put nichrome over here. If I put it down right there, grab some Lumium. Didn't want to do that. Turns out we are still using a little bit. These don't need to be in here. This, to be able to make Nichrome, is getting nickel and chromium. Insert, limited item filter, nickel, chromium, stock. Chromium will go there. I'm actually going to take that out of this electrolyzer. This plunger, where'd that plunger go? That's on 2. Lock it, pick that up. Did I actually connect this one over here? Yes, that's connected, that's connected. That's not connected, but it is now. Okay, so we're making Nichrome. Nichrome is going to get blasted with nitrogen. So I'm going to set that up and I'll be right back. So I also had a phone call that came in right after I paused that, but we've got Nichrome set up here. Now I need to let this sit for a while because we actually need to upgrade to Nichrome coils to be able to process this Enderium. Everything else we have, the EV, that's not too big of a deal. But to be able to make the Nichrome coils, we're going to need Nichrome wire. That's not too bad, but it's going to take quite a bit. So like each one of these wires, you know, is 1 Nichrome ingot. So we're going to need 8 ingots per coil, and we're going to need to actually upgrade all of these. That's the way that I'm going to do it. So these won't be Canthal coils anymore. So I'm going to automate the Nichrome, but it's just a little bit slow right now. But while I was doing that, you know, we do have some more platinum, 270 platinum. Our biggest slowdown is still the centrifuge here, which once we get into EV, we can upgrade. We can upgrade to this centrifuge or going up to a multi-block centrifuge. It has a perfect overclock, but I'm not sure if it'll run in parallel. I guess we're going to find out. I don't really know how to tell how that works, but it can only take 1 energy hatch. So we'll find out what that looks like once we get into EV. But yeah, we're all set up. We're getting into EV. We've got one kind of quadrant, not necessarily filled up, but we're doing pretty well on progress. I did move these so that they're just nice and lined up here, and I did put a storage bus on liquid air. So we can see air and liquid air in that guy. Not that we're going to use the liquid air for anything else beyond the distillation, but I just want to have it accessed to the I was about to say internet, access to the system. So what I'm going to do is call the episode here. This I'll leave sit for a little while. I don't think that I'll do any work right away. I might do some work at some point after I let the Nichrome kind of fill up and then we get to the coils, but I'm probably not going to get into processing the titanium until we get there, because I do want the Enderium, because we need that for the superconductor. Wire mill, yeah. So this is going to be our next superconductor. So to be able to wire everything into EV, we're going to need EV wires. Can we look up like 1x? Okay, so aluminum would work. It's not a superconductor, but where was the Enderium at? Loss per meter 0. Yeah, there are some other wires, but they're well out of our reach. So we'll get Enderium going, and then once we've got Enderium going, that'll be another kind of checkbox of things we need to get into EV. So thanks for stopping in.